Hi, my name is Samantha and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the Arcola Elementary School Winter Wonderland event I was at about 2 weeks ago. Let's get into it. So this event was in Aldie, Virginia at Arcola Elementary School. For me, that was about an hour drive, so it was a little far. My booth was $125 for 15 by 15 space. There were 3 different options of booth sizes, and I chose the biggest one because I was like, go big or go home. If I'm making the effort to drive all the way out here, I might as well do a full setup and let's see how it goes. I believe the cheapest was 50 or something, like maybe it was 50, 75, 125 or something like that. I can't really remember. And then it was from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It was a fundraiser by the PTA team, so to help the school and raise money for the parents to do events for the teachers, things like that. And so for the event, I made $204 in sales. I had $27 was the average sale. I had 8 sales. Sold $84 in jar openers, which was 14 jar openers, and $48 in reusable towels, which was 3 sets of reusable towels. And I did sell some other items too, some scrunchies, some coasters, and I think a key fob, I believe maybe a couple of those items. Pros and cons. So pro was that there was quite a big turnout. A lot of the parents showed up. It was really great to see such support from the community. It was much heavier on the beginning. So from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., from 10 a.m. to about noon 30 was when it was like high traffic. When I pulled up and started unloading, I was a little disappointed in the layout of the school itself. I don't know, I just assumed that, so when I got the chart of like how the layout was, some people were in the cafeteria and some people were in the gym. I assumed that the wall between the two was an accordion wall so that it would be shoppable between the two. It was not. It was a solid brick wall. So you were either in the gym or you were in the cafeteria. So I felt like that was not a great experience for the customers to be shopping between. It was also isolating in the fact that, so for example, I had a larger booth, so I was in the cafeteria. So I was in the cafeteria with a couple other people, so there was a few of us around the perimeter, and then in the middle there was a section for just some open tables for families to sit down, have a snack, or do their letters to Santa, because there was a craft section and a letters to Santa section. And then there was another section of like different stuff that they bought off of, I don't know, AliExpress, Amazon, China stuff that was like 75 cents or $1, and the kids were like spending $1 or $2. You know, it was like, let the kids shop. So it was like the parents walked in and then like honed in, blinders on, just went to this table and then maybe looked up. Like 8 sales is good. Like I made my booth back. I appreciate that. It was overall a good event, but for the time, effort, energy, gas to go out there and for the amount of people that showed up, I don't feel like the sales reflected that. But I've talked about that before. Just because a lot of people show up doesn't mean you're getting a lot in sales. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Foot traffic doesn't mean sales. So the con is the layout, just how it was set up. And then in the gym was just vendors, but that was also a little weird the way that that was laid out. So it was 3 rows. So there was the exterior rows, and then the row in the middle was kind of like you could walk around their whole booth, which I don't know, I find that very awkward. Like I feel like it should be very clear that like this is the customer, this is the vendor. And customers like that too, especially post-COVID. People like their personal space and like a barrier between you and them. So it was a little weird that like the people didn't have an exact place to be. And then another pro would be supporting the school. It's great to, you know, support local. I'm in Loudoun County, so to support another Loudoun County school, that's great. Support the elementary school, support the teachers. You know, teachers need a lot of support right now. A con would be for me, the distance. It was far. I don't feel that I would do it again because of the distance. Not that anything went wrong, but it wasn't as profitable as an event as I would have hoped. Another pro is that it was inside. It was freezing that morning. Oh my goodness, my hands were like shaking. I was so cold. I don't know, like we went from it being shorts weather to freezing. I feel like we didn't have a fall. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're in Northern Virginia or in the DMV area, do you feel like we had a proper fall, or do you think it went just snap freezing cold? So it was indoor, it was safe, it was clean. Loading and unloading was a breeze because it was like there were just parking spots and we just came right through that door. So it was so easy. I was packed up, oh my God, in like less than 30 minutes. It was fantastic. And I did a full setup. Like, you know, the big setup that I do at Dulles for 3 days, I did that full setup for 4 hours. And I also don't think that was worth it. I made too big of a booth, too much of an effort. Sometimes I feel like I overshoot. I definitely think next year I'm going to revamp and maybe only do jar openers and towels and maybe another item, like a specialty item each time, like rotate the third item out. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So pros, I don't know if I said them all. Indoor, clean, safe. Take this how you want it. It was an elementary school, right? So I'm a short person, didn't really bother me, but the bathrooms were elementary school children size. So if you were a full-size adult, unlike myself, then you would not be happy with the bathroom situation. Like, I don't know how the guys' bathroom situation was. That was probably difficult, but it didn't bother me. Cons, the last con was that, I think you guys are already gonna know what my last con is. I feel like this is my con every time that I do a not juried event. So my last con is that there was too many MLMs and too many jewelry people. It was lots of duplicates. So I feel like just overall, event hosts need to be more strict on only letting so many of each type of person, type of vendor be accepted in. Now, like, it doesn't mean that for, like, let's say the food category, that there can't be 20 food people. That's fine. But now, are there 20 cupcake people? There's no point in that. You should only pick one, maybe two. That was like at the Brook Point event. There were so many tumbler people. How many tumblers are people going to buy, and how much variety is there really going to be between these tumbler people? You know, there's not. So, like, when you get so if there was, I don't know, 12 in the 12, maybe 15 vendors in the gym, and there was 6 of us, so let's say 20. Easy math, let's say 20. If 8 of them are jewelry, like, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense. And in the morning, so like I said, it was slow customers coming to my booth, but as I'm watching them, like, I think that they went in the gym first, walked around, and they came into the cafeteria. It's not like they walked in with bags, so I don't think that they were even buying anything. But then again, so I wanted to go over to Pampered Chef because there was an item that I thought of that I wanted to get, and I went up to her and asked her if she had that item, and she said she had nothing and that it was just carry and go. So, like, I don't know. I don't even know how many of I do not know how many of the people in the gym were even selling an item that you could have in that moment, which I also don't get. Like, I don't know, like, as a customer, don't you want to walk up to a table and get the item in that moment? Isn't that the whole purpose of, like, shopping in person and being there and trying to support someone? I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority. Maybe other people don't feel that way. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I would love to hear your opinion. But that is all the information I have about the Arcola Elementary School show. If you are local to that area, I would highly recommend that you do that show. I wouldn't recommend the biggest booth. I would recommend just getting one table. Go ahead, try it out, do it. But for me, the distance and doing the big table was not worth it. If I ever did that show again, I would do a smaller table. The woman who coordinated the event was on top of things. She was great at communicating, so I would highly recommend working with her. Please let me know what your opinion is in the comment down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day.